He was born with light in his skin, and the world tried to put it out. The storm was unrelenting. Thunder cracked like whips across the sky, and rain beat against the thatched roofs of Okeiroko, a sleepy village caught between hills and superstition. Inside a clay-walled hut, Bimpe screamed in labor. Her husband, Olakunle, paced outside, whispering prayers between clenched teeth. Then came a cry, not from the mother, but from the child. The midwife froze. "Olohun Maji," she whispered. The child is white. His skin was pale, almost glowing. His eyes shimmered red in the lantern light. "He's an albino," the midwife said, her voice trembling. "This is not ordinary." Olakunle rushed in. He stared at the child, then at his unconscious wife. In most places, this would be a moment of joy, but not here. Not in a village where albinism was seen not as a medical condition, but as a curse, a sign, or worse, an opportunity for ritual profit. "No one must know," Olakunle said coldly. "Not even your sister." They named the boy Adejobi. The crown has justified. But he was hidden from the world. They built a bamboo fence around the house. Anyone who visited was told the child had died at birth. He was raised in a windowless back room, lined with dark cloth to protect his skin. His playmates were shadows, his lullabies, his mother's muffled sobs. But Adejobi was brilliant. By 6, he could read both Yoruba and English. "Why am I different, Mama?" he once asked. "You're not cursed," she whispered. "You're just made of light." But secrets don't stay buried in African soil. One day, a herbalist's apprentice climbed a tree near their home. Through a crack in the curtain, he saw a pale hand reaching for a book. He ran and told the herbalist, who told the women, who told Baba Onisegun, the feared spiritualist. "An untouched albino child?" he muttered. "His eyes see spirits, his hair brings fortune, his bones, power." That night, Adejobi couldn't sleep. "Mama," he said, "someone whispered my name outside, and it wasn't you." Olakunle's heart dropped. He knew it was time. They packed essentials in silence. Adejobi was wrapped in dark cloth and placed in a wooden box, disguised as grain. Just before dawn, they fled through the forest. 3 days they walked, hiding, starving, praying. They reached Ibadan, exhausted, but alive. Adejobi was enrolled in school. He wore sunglasses to protect his eyes. He began to smile more, but even in the city, they called him Ghost, Spirit, White Monkey. A teacher once asked Bimpe privately, "Is he adopted, from Lebanon?" When she replied, "He's mine," the teacher never met her gaze again. Adejobi wore hoodies and gloves, not because he was ashamed, but because the world wasn't ready for his truth. By 16, he had read everything about albinism. He learned how children like him were hunted in Tanzania, feared in rural Nigeria, and turned into potions in secret rituals. So he started a blog, called it I Am Light. He told his story, posted his photos, debunked the myths. Slowly, letters began to arrive. One girl wrote, "Thank you. I thought I was alone." But light also draws shadows. One day, a man in black showed up outside his school gate. One of the same men sent years ago by Baba Onisegun. He had followed the blog, and he had found him. But Adejobi was no longer a helpless child. He had a voice, he had allies, and more importantly, he had gone public. The story made headlines. The man was arrested. Baba Onisegun was exposed, linked to the disappearance of other albino children. And the world finally looked. Years later, Adejobi returned to Okeiroko, not in hiding, but as a guest speaker. He stood in the same village square where he was almost erased. He said, "Albinism is not a curse. It is not magic. It is not power for rituals. It is simply a genetic condition, a lack of melanin. And we, people like me, are not ghosts. We are human." Children touched his hand. Some villagers wept. Even the new Bale bowed his head in respect. And in the crowd stood Tanna, The girl who once mocked him, now holding her own albino son, tears in her eyes. Discrimination doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers, in schools, in stares, in silence. But truth whispers too, and once spoken, it cannot be buried. He was born with light in his skin, and the world finally saw it.